Hello everyone, welcome to the new video, and today we will discuss some DevOps interview questions that can be asked on topic service mesh. Before discussing the interview question, what do you understand by service mesh? So basically, we when we have a microservice architecture, our application is based on microservice architecture. So, in order to establish a communication between all these services, our developers have to write some APIs for the communication to avoid that thing, so that overhead of writing the APIs for establishing a connection between the microservices. Service mesh is there. So it works on layer 7. It's an infrastructure layer, and it helps in creating a mesh, a service mesh, as a name says, and it helps in the interaction of the services in microservice architecture, traffic management, observability, and load balancing, and security. So everything it will manage. This is what service mesh is. And service mesh, and the tools are like Istio, Linkerd, Consul. So whatever tool you can use, but Istio has more features, because first of all, it helps in service discovery, then the load balancing, traffic routing, and observability, security, whereas somewhere or the other tools are lacking some features, so that's why Istio is preferred. Then let's go with the questions. So first of all, what do you understand by service mesh? So you can answer what I have said. Then what are the main components of service mesh? So main components are, first of all, there is a control plane where it's like a master node where we install our Istio or whatever our service mesh tool, and from there only we'll manage all this, the management, what we have to do, our configuration, our policies, our service discovery. So it's like a pilot that is driving all the other components. Second will be our data plane, where our services, our microservices will be deployed, and then we will connect. Every microservice will have their sidecar containers attached to it. Basically, there will be proxies attached to it. These proxies will be helping in the traffic management between these services. So every microservice will have the sidecar proxies attached. So these two are the main components of a service mesh. Then, what problems does service mesh solve in a microservice architecture? First of all, service discovery, traffic management, and load balancing. So, these are the problems that service mesh solves. Okay. So in service discovery, what it does, it's itself sees that what service up and running, and it is available for communication. So this is how service discovery is done. Traffic management, like load balancing, it has retries and timeouts and traffic routing policies. So in this way, it helps in traffic management. It helps in security also, because usual TLS installed, where both the client and servers should have the token generated, and once the token is verified, then only person can log in. There are authentication, authorization, RBAC policies also. Then observability, we can integrate the service mesh with the with our monitoring tools, and there we can use these matrices, traces, logs to create the dashboard, and create the alert, generate alerts. So this how you can explain. What is the role of sidecars in service mesh? So basically, sidecars are lightweight proxies which are deployed alongside every microservice, and it helps in traffic management. What the incoming traffic is coming inside the service, what the outgoing traffic is. It will apply all the policies and everything. It helps in load balancing, retries, and authentication. So service mesh allows the sidecar allows the service mesh to control the traffic, okay, without affecting the code. So, how does service mesh improve communication between microservices? So, yeah, like it has its own policies and configured. So, and retries policy is also there. Security is there. So, it will try on its own if any issue is occurring. It will try to solve it. So, in this way, this service mesh improve communication. How is service mesh helping in the deployment, like canary deployment, blue green deployment? So basically, what happens in both the deployments, like in canary deployment, we have to like send some percentage of traffic to a new instance and some percentage of traffic to the old instance. So again, the traffic routing, how it has to be done, the service mesh takes care of it. Similarly, in blue green deployment, once till the time our green environment is not ready, the traffic is routed to the blue environment, right? Once the our green environment is ready and to go live, all the traffic is routed to the green environment. So in this way, all this traffic routing, how it will be done, how it has to be configured, service mesh helps in it. So how does a service mesh handle multi-cluster or multi-cloud environments? So basically, our control plane has to be set up across multiple clusters, and then the proxies in which the sidecar proxies in which we'll configure our traffic rules and everything, that we have to like those policies have to be set. This how we'll handle this multi-cluster multi-cloud environment using service mesh. So, what is the process of deploying or configuring service mesh in a Kubernetes environment? First of all, we have to install our control plane. So, if we are using Istio, we can use Helm charts to install it, or either we can use Istio CTL. If we are using Linkerd, again Linkerd CLI we can use to install the whatever service mesh solution we have to follow. Then we have to deploy the data plane. So in that with the sidecar proxies, so each microservice we have to deploy microservices on Kubernetes, and then we have to enable this Istio sidecar proxies with them. In that we have to configure the traffic rules and whatever configuration, the retries and whatever the traffic, how we will manage it, routing rules, everything we have to configure. Then the last question, that how is service mesh differing from our traditional load balancing and networking? How, what advanced feature it is giving us? So first of all, the security that it is giving us, MTLS. So MTLS is used for authentication, RBAC policies, and second thing is our traditional load balancing. We for transport, it used to work at layer 4, layer 7, but this is working on application layer, and it is ensuring the communication between the microservices. That was all their traditional load balancing, and the networking is just for routing the traffic and the traffic distribution, not for communication purpose, okay. And then so in load balancers we were using HA proxy, Nginx, and in service mesh we are using Envoy, the sidecar proxies we are using control plane. and there are many advanced, like there are retries policy configured in it, timeouts and traffic routing. We can do blue green deployment and canary deployment through service mesh. So yeah, there are many advanced features in service mesh, whereas our traditional load balancing and networking was not having those features. So I hope all these questions are clear to you. I'll give all the question in description link too, for you can refer it from there. So that's all for today's video, and yeah, bye.